Good morning, Wargroove fans. How's it going? This is Roos. We're playing against Slash, playing Elodie. Haven't actually played against anybody doing Elodie yet. This is interesting. Got a nice big map to play on here, though. Let's see. What have we got? What have we got? So, I could see this map either being split north-south or east-west. Given that he's sending a guy up here, it's probably going to be a vertical line divide here. Interesting. We don't get an extra soldier on this map as second player. That's kind of unusual. See, the fight's probably going to take place largely kind of here in the middle, so maybe gonna need to go grab this. We'll want a wagon to get down to that one probably. I guess we'll go here. You can head down there. Let's get a wagon. We definitely want to grab these villages ASAP. So Tenri can grab these with the wagon, I think, and then come back to the middle. He did not get a wagon, he just got an extra soldier. So I can probably get to these outlying things a little faster. But he's got a little bit more foot soldier presence. So Elodie can take control of units when she gets her groove, so we want to make sure not to put anything valuable right next to her when she's getting high. Mine does charge faster than hers just natively, so that's nice to have. Probably should have used the wagon with this guy, not with Tenri. We'll have this soldier go up to get this, and Tenri can maybe go over to the tower here and try to hold down the middle. So he went for a spear, so he's going to try and probably go for like a solid frontline choke in the middle, if I had to guess. I'm going to try and focus more on swords here and save up money for more sort of mid and high tier units. This is a pretty big map, so I think the extra mobility of swordsmen is going to be nice. More spears. Okay, so he's just going to do the spear flood strat, seems like. Let's see, so he's already captured all his stuff. We can't cheese any buildings. I'll probably want to get maybe some more guys here in the middle if he's going to be pretty aggressive here. So let's put the wagon, I think, here. This will give us, we can pick up either one of these guys next turn if needed. But I think we'll probably put him here and try and push him towards the middle just to have some more presence in the middle of the map. Going for his tower. I don't care too much about my tower just yet. I mean, I'll send this soldier towards it, but early air doesn't seem like a great strat in this game. He's got 800, so he can't get like a trebuchet or anything. He could get a knight or an archer. Let's see what he goes for. Archer, okay. I'm not a huge fan of archers. I feel like they're kind of overcosted for what they do. Alright, 600 to spend. And I'm going to have another 500 next turn, so I'll have 1100 next turn if I spend nothing. So I could get a Trebuchet if I spend 200 or less. Trebuchet's probably pretty good against what he has here, but it will take a little while to get set up. Let's see. Air would be decent against what he has. I could get a knight, but that's not great against the spears. I think I will probably just get another sword here and see what he does before we commit to anything mid-game unit-wise. So he only has 800. He can't get a Trebuchet or anything huge just yet. He invested quite a bit into this archer, so we'll have to see what comes out of that. So it looks like he's trying to do kind of a spear push. Either he's going to come up here or over this way. He's probably going to go in this direction, I have to imagine. So depending on what he buys, I may get like a harpy or something here. He does have the archer, but he would be forced to get either a witch or like an alchemist or something here, which would take a little while to get over. I feel like a witch on a map this big is pretty decent. A knight. Okay, I'm definitely going to get some air then, I think. We'll grab this. Let's come over here and maybe pressure top. Force him to commit something to it. So he can hit the woods here with one swordsman if he so chooses. It's probably pretty safe though. I won't take much damage and I'll get some groove charge off of it. So I think we'll do this. We don't want to cross the river with this guy just yet though. So maybe we'll just wait here with him. Let's see, we'll be at 1500 next turn. So if I want to get a harpy, I need to spend 900 or less. What are our options here? So we could get a trebuchet. I feel like something like a golem would be pretty good at busting up this mid here. Or honestly, a bow would be pretty good against all of these spearmen. It will take a little while to get down there is the only thing. I could preemptively get this because he does have his tower before me, so this would discourage him from going air, which I kind of like. Let's do that. This will save up a decent amount of money for next turn. 700, so we could get a harpy, but not a witch. Getting a balloon. Okay, that's a pretty big investment in transport. So he's got two guys in there. He's maybe going to come up here and try and stop this soldier. Wonder what the plan is there. Okay, he wants to push up the mid with the spears. So we're definitely going to get a harpy here, I think, and try and harass the crap out of this. So he's probably going to use the balloon to come reinforce the mid here. This we can harass his village with, force him to do something about it. Let's get a harpy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we're safe. Like if he comes at me with the soldier, he will win the advantage, but it pulls away from his spears here. I think this will be okay. It'll kind of split up his big mid force here. Let's get another sword. I want to save up for, depending on what he commits to here, we could get either a golem or a dragon pretty soon. So we can get at this with the harpy, which I like. We do have to watch out for getting like blocked in by him dropping off guys with the balloon. It's kind of our only worry here. I do have a lot of groove on Tenri built up, and we'll be able to probably kill something and get quite a bit more. Okay, so there's some anti-air, but it's going to take a little while for that to come into play. And with this much like mountainous terrain in the middle, he's going to have a hard time getting around. So do I want to finish off the knight, or do I want to finish off these spears? This does remove the spear's ability to crit if I kill these guys, which is kind of nice. Alright, we're very close to Groove on her. I think we should have it at the end of the turn. Let's see, I want to send him up to go harass that village, so let's go here with the wagon and load you up. He'll go help out next turn. $900. I could get more air, but he'll probably commit to anti-air really hard in that case, which isn't necessarily a horrible thing. It would also help me buy another sword. Then that way I'm using both of my buildings. I kind of like that, actually. Get another swordsman. There's something to be said for getting like a trebuchet or a knight or something, but I like the fact that I was producing something from both of my structures this way. I mean, 2 units, generally speaking, is better than 1. Alright, so there's my groove. Alright, so he's going for the surround, but I can break that quite easily. I could always groove like the archer over here and let the alchemist kill it, for example. I kind of like that. So we'll let the Tengu kill one of these and probably the knight, and then back off with Tenri, snag the archer. So he's going heavy on alchemists to counter these, which is expected. So now we can start to transition more into ground army. We'll put you up here. And let the alchemist kill it. Alright, so we are going to have to back off when these alchemists arrive, but that's broken up a lot of his momentum in the mid here. And we have the advantage... Oh, come on. Wait, oh, this already has a guy in it. Jesus, I'm an idiot. If we can take this uncontested, that's giving us definitely a large advantage. We do need to start transitioning more into ground, though, because we need to fight these guys, and knights are really good against those, so I think I'm going to get... a knight. They'll also be able to reinforce really quickly. He would be able to maybe come down here, but I do have the harpies that are pretty quick at that, at reinforcing. I think that's good. I like where we're at right now. He's still a ways off from having a groove, because he's been just kind of chilling in the balloon this whole time when I've been fighting. So I need to run my harpies away from these guys, but we can kind of circle around and go harass buildings, come down here, just kind of give him the runaround. He shouldn't ever be able to actually catch us, he can just kind of zone us off, but the map is big enough that I think we'll still be able to find useful things to do with the harpies. Getting a harpy of his own, okay, interesting. We do have an alchemist in the area. He might just come up here and use that to try and break this up, but I think we can get the village before that's relevant. What is he going to do in the mid? Okay, he's running the balloon away. He's probably just going to try and pick up something out of his barracks. He might even pick up the alchemists and try and chase down the harpies, but that's not a winning play. Okay, he's kind of conceding the mid, it looks like, which I'm okay with. My advantage condition right now is this village, so I don't need to push this too quickly or too hard, because these guys are really scary for my harpies. Until my knight comes in, I don't think I can take mid. Alright, so we've decreased his income. It's going to take him at least a few turns to get up here, so I'll be able to grab this. That's a 200 gold per turn swing, which is pretty huge. We want you to come towards the mid for sure. You need to go pick up our soldier. We probably want to send him just into the middle of the map, I think. Because we need more presence in the mid to just body block stuff with. I don't think any of this is worth it because we will be really exposed and these guys can't go in too well. So let's back off the mid just a bit. You can come down here and scare that soldier off from trying to take my village. We could... I don't know that I want to completely give up this, because if he starts pushing down here, we do want to be able to slow him down from taking my tower. So let's come over here. You come up here, so this can threaten to back up these soldiers if he sends the harpy upwards. You can go right here, so that way you're zoning off the harpy, and also anybody who tries to move north is under threat as well. I kind of like that. What do we want for more ground troops? Let's just get more swords. I want to save up for like a golem or something, I think. So I think that's going to be good for this turn. So he now has to do something because he's at a gold income disadvantage. If the status quo is maintained, I'll slowly pull ahead. So I kind of want to just play to defend and not let anything change. He needs to actually make a play. Okay, so he's backing off pressure on south, so that Harpy did its job. Looks like he's gonna make a big push. Yeah, okay, that's expected. So our knight should be able to catch up and grab, like, get into the rear of this pretty well. We have our commander. We do have a Harpy that can crit the commander. Obviously, the alchemist is a big threat, but if we have to exchange, it's it's worth not losing this tower because he's doing a pretty strong push here. We need to get some bodies down here to keep him from taking the tower. It's not an income building, so I mean, if he takes it, it's not the end of the world. It's at 45%. I'm at 13. Let's see, another spear. He can't afford any air. All right, so we'll grab this. Let's continue down south. Force him to deal with these guys. He's gonna have to do something about that. He can't just let it go. Alright, if he tries to come after this knight, he loses the Harpy to this guy for sure. Now if I go here, he can hit me with his alchemist, and I don't want him to get that first turn off. So I might just stay where I am now, and we'll try and get kind of a pincer attack going here. He can't hit my commander with anything. He has 2 units in the balloon. He's probably going to try and just shove them up here. What to do with Tenri? I guess we can just keep coming over here and try and fight for the tower. Alright, ground units. Golem would be great. We're not quite there yet. How much is my income? We'll be at 1,600, so I can spend 400 and still get one. I guess we'll just get a sword. You need to back off one. So if I can hold this push, I'll definitely win because I'm making 200 more gold per turn than he is. So this is the scary part. He does have to worry about getting surrounded by this stuff from behind, though. I do need to take care of Tenri. I can always run up here and reinforce. Alright, so here's the big push. The thing is, even if he gets this tower, it's not the end of the world. He's not making any money off it. It just means I can't make air units. So he's kind of all in on this. Alright, more air. Now I can get the first turn Harpy hit here, so I'll be winning this fight. He'll be up here in 2 turns to harass that. I think we still go for it anyway. Let's see here. Do we want to... We'll definitely bring in our foot soldiers here. What do we want to do with you? We can go after the balloon. We can go after the commander. We can go after the foot soldier. We'll lose the harpy if we do that for sure. We'll do this. I don't know how critical the harpy is. Well, we do need anti-air around here because he has a harpy of his own. So I could just wait it out here and make sure not to lose it. So we have an alchemist here, which we need to use for anti-air for this guy. Can't buy anything else this turn. Alright. So we just kind of need to buy time until our golem gets here and saves the day, hopefully. He'll probably be able to get this tower, but it's okay. We don't need air units right now. I'll be curious to see what he does with his harpy here. He might go after the knight, but then he loses it to my alchemist is the thing. His income is quite low. That's my biggest advantage here. I just have to kind of stall things out. Fortunately, I have a lot of swordsmen in the area that can slow this down. He's not going to be able to buy like a dragon or anything, even if he gets this tower, so I'm not that scared. Okay, he's going to probably kill this with the harpy. But I'll be able to get his harpy with my alchemist. I will lose the alchemist to the commander, probably. But he doesn't have any other air in the area, so we'll just make sure to build an alchemist. Oh, he doesn't. Interesting. So we can put a lot of damage on the commander here, actually. And I can hit his harpy with my harpy and stay over the water. I think that was a bit of a mistake on his part. These guys are gonna die here shortly. I'll think about what to do with them for a minute. Gonna need an alchemist. Well, Yeah, I guess we'll need something to deal with this. I could get another knight. Because how is he going to... yeah, he actually can kill this with the alchemist. So I do need some kind of anti-air. So let's get an alchemist. I could take out this tower, but that doesn't do a lot. Probably just hitting this guy is more worth it. Let's just come up here so we can try and defend this so he doesn't take it back. So what we need to do is not lose this golem stupidly. I don't think he doesn't really have anything that can take it out like super efficiently. His alchemists probably do the most damage to it, and he can harass it with this. But I also can heal with my alchemist. He is close to having his groove. So I probably want to not have these guys around him once that's up. He's at 90. And he gets, I think, 5% per turn. So I can throw these guys into him. That'll give him groove, but it'll also mean that they're really weak and not really worth taking over. He is probably going to try and groove the golem, so I need to make sure it stays away from her. Tenri's going to be able to kill this guy quite easily. He does have to be a little worried about his commander health. It's pretty low. Alright, he's maybe going to try and balloon her out of there. Alright, he has no money to build anything with. I'm actually pretty close to having another groove, which is nice. So we'll just go hold that town there. Alright, you can come across. We need to make sure he doesn't... Like, he could balloon and come over here, but if he tries to do that, I can maybe kill her because her health is so low. It's pretty risky for him to try and go for that kind of play. Let's bring the wagon out. I want to bring an alchemist over here, I think. I do need to try and get one of these buildings back because I have more income, but I'm having a little bit of trouble spending it because I only have one production building. So that is something I need to watch out for. If I can get my groove up, I can grab the harpy, which is nice. Okay, he might go down here and try and equalize on income, but I do have a golem in the area. Plus I can wagon an alchemist down there. I would rather bring it over this way, though. That's fine. What does he do with the commander? That is the real question. Because my golem over here can fuck these guys up pretty well. Alright, so she's in the balloon. Alright, he's running away. That's a reasonable play. I do need to bring an alchemist over here to keep the harpy from harassing these guys to death. Alright, we'll put you here, so that way if the harpy harasses, I can kill with you. I don't think no, they're at 9. I don't need to heal. You guys should probably come back and try and get some healing, though. Alright, so we can't hit this square, so we can keep it in there pretty safely. 700... What do I want to spend more money on? Another knight wouldn't be terrible. It's quite a bit of mobility. So he's probably going to go heal up and then try and come steal my golem or something. So we need to definitely be ready and aware of that. I definitely need to keep my alchemist around the golem so that, like, if he tries to balloon up close, I can maybe kill the balloon on its way in, something like that. It'll help zone her away. He'll think he can take that village by himself. He'll die before he gets it. More spears. I can't always send the knight down here or something. He's gonna get that back pretty soon, but I do have the alchemist coming. And I can send the knight over that way as well. I think I have the advantage in mid, so even if he takes this back, I can push like this village over here or something. Gotta watch out for him grabbing the golem. That's like the biggest way that this match could flip on its head. Alright, so we've got that back so we can start getting air again if we want to. I can get a really juicy heal off here, which is kind of nice. Let's see, knight. I do want to stay away from this, so I could come down this way. Kind of get a little bit of a death ball going. Let's just get this and save up for another money unit, probably. I think next we want to try and push maybe this village here. Because this is a pretty scary army he's got here, or that I've got here. If I can catch out his balloon with the commander in it, I can like instantly win the game, because I can grab it with Tenri and then like kill it with alchemists. Okay, he's not gonna be able to take that village. I should build an alchemist or something and maybe threaten this. So he has very little to resist this in the mid. He's going to need to do something, and my income advantage is starting to like add up pretty significantly. He doesn't have much. He's going to take this back to neutral, but he's still down 100. So I can just recapture it and then come over here and kill this at least. His spear will be able to hit my alchemist for a pretty juicy hit, which is unfortunate. But it's okay. We'll start sending you in that general direction. You'll get there eventually. $800. Could get another knight, although he's got quite a few spears. I could, if I get an alchemist. I can't quite get an alchemist and a harpy. I think another harpy would be pretty good. He doesn't have any anti-air again. So if I get a harpy, he's gonna need to, well, so he'll have this to harass, but it's not that big a deal. I would like to get this harpy out of here, though. I think I need to do that more than anything. We'll get the alchemist. Can't buy anything here, but we'll be able to next turn. I could get another heal off with these guys and heal up my death ball. He's gonna try and grab the knight or the golem with his groove for sure. I'm just gonna have to try and counter with my own groove better than he's able to do with his. So like if he sends the spear and Elodie forward, and I kill the spear with my golem or something, then he's gonna be able to groove it. Is definitely what I'm worried about. He is backing off though. I think I'm gonna try and push this village. Yeah, he's just spearing up because he doesn't have great income. If he's smart, he'll go here. Okay, yeah, so that's good. That was good on him. I'll just probably run over here and reinforce and just try and stall this while I come up here with something to save this village. Even just getting another swordsman over there will be enough, I think. Okay, he can't really harass me there because I have 2 alchemists in this group. What would really help seal this game away would be a dragon. Although he can definitely try and groove it. But I could like split him up where I'm harassing her and like dragoning the stronghold and forcing him to commit to trying to save both. Let's see, overview. If I only buy like 100, like if I buy a swordsman, I could get a dragon next turn. But I do also want to be able to heal up this guy. I think that's still enough that I can dragon next turn. Yeah, 1327. So if I don't buy anything, I can get a dragon next turn. I don't know how I feel about that, though. I think probably a harpy plus something out of here is better than that. More troops is better than less troops. Alright, I can't come at that because he's going to snag anything that I do. So let's come up here. We're going to harass this village. If he tries to go after the golem, he'll lose it to the alchemists. You know, I could have grabbed this and killed it, but I don't think it's a huge threat. I'd rather save it for if he like cheeses anything that I'm not expecting. $1364. He could get a dragon, but if he does, that's a big misplay because I can grab it with Tenri and kill it with alchemists fairly easily. I think that would be a poor play on his part. He needs bodies. Like, he needs to be building out of both production facilities every turn because he's outnumbered on all fronts and out-teched. So like his only chance is to like surround and kill stuff. Single units are not going to be good against Tenri with Groove. There's nothing like on its own that he can build that stops this death ball. His only win condition here really is to grab the golem with Elodie Groove, so I need to just make sure that does not happen. So I think what I need to do is maybe split up a little bit, just send like a knight or something off to try and harass some other buildings and try and tighten the noose here a little bit. We're about to send another foot soldier over here to help clean this up, and this northern harassment group. Oh wow, he just left this to die. Okay. So I might lose the alchemist, but I'll kill it with the swordsman next turn. You can just go start pressuring a little bit up north. You can come down here and pressure that village. I like that. Let's see. If I hit the village with the golem, there's no way for Elodie to get to it. I can't actually capture it this turn, I don't think. Because the only place I could go here with the golem and capture it, the problem is that leaves it open to being captured. And we definitely don't want that. So we'll just do this. Let's see. He doesn't have any anti-air, so I could just get another harpy. It puts him in a lot of trouble if he doesn't commit to some anti-air. I think that's the play, because he's down on money. I want to force him to commit to anti-air instead of more valuable troops. We can't buy anything else. Do I want to move any other units? I think we're good here. Alright, so the question is, how hard does he commit to saving this village? He's pretty much giving it up. He's just going to try and defend on the south here, maybe push on Tenri. Yeah, and he's going to try and maybe also cover this. But I do have these guys, and he has no anti-air. I mean, he can take over one with Elodie, but that's a pretty low value use of that groove. This is honestly why Elodie's not that good. Like, it's hard to actually use it. It's pretty easy to play around. It only helps if you're already winning. Like, the reason Tenri is so much better is it gets you out of losing positions, whereas Elodie's only helps you win positions that you're winning. I mean, if your opponent fucks up, it punishes it very hard, but a smart opponent's not going to. Oh, Golem, interesting. I can definitely Tenri groove that. Put it over here, and then just like surround it with harpies.
Power of the Tempest.
It's gonna be slow to kill, but it can't really do a whole lot from over here. Alright, she can't get at the golem from where it is. And they can't even hit me with their spears, really. If I send a guy here to take, he can hit me with a spear. But he can't crit. I think it's worth it to get this village. So he's now under significant gold loss pressure. He's got to make a play very soon. And he's actually going to lose another village as well. So his income is like just drastically low. Send the knight to harass some buildings up north. I'll just have to kind of fall back from these guys, is the thing. Let's see. I can get another harpy. I think I want to save for a dragon. I'll have enough next turn if I don't buy anything. I think I'd rather do that. That's gonna like 100% force him to commit to hard anti-air, which he can't afford to do. Like if he commits to anti-air, he won't be able to fight my ground army. He probably has to come down here and get this village with one spearman. Him splitting himself up though is not good. Like the only thing keeping him from dying is that like if I don't want to attack into these spear crits in high defense terrain. That's fine. The fact that he's not getting the income is all that matters here. He could recapture it with his commander. In which case I just kind of send stuff up here to harass these upper buildings. And fall back a little bit in the mid. And then once my dragon comes out, it's game over. Not using the groove still. I do need to pull the golem back to not lose it. I can go like hit his golem with my golem is the thing. A knight, okay, not too scary there really. He doesn't have any anti-air, so my dragon this turn is gonna be really threatening for him. So let's just capture that and be annoying and roadblock that guy. We'll just kill the golem. Alright, so what to do about these spearmen? Alright, so he needs to send something up there to keep that village from going down. He can get at Tenri, so we probably want to back her up a little bit. Did I miscalculate? I'm 23 gold short of a dragon. Hold on. So I'll get 700, although he's probably going to recapture this one, so it'll be 600. So I'll be at 1827, so I can spend up to 500. Let's get, I could probably just use another wagon, to be honest, just to run circles around him a bit. So I think the plan here is to just back up from this center and let the dragon take care of him next turn. He's going to do a lot of damage to me if he hits me with this spear here, so I think I'll let him have that village and just back off for the moment. He'll be able to spear crit the golem. So I could just run like the knight or an alchemist or something in the way. Let's do that. We'll just body block. And then next turn we'll get a dragon. So let's see if he takes the village back. I think he kind of has to. Because he's down 400 gold per turn in income. He's making so little money. He has to get some kind of income going again. He's just getting choked out really hard here. Alright, so he can get a spear hit on the golem, but not a crit. Which I think is pretty okay. He's about to take a lot of damage from these harpies, and it doesn't really have any way to answer it. So there's the village being taken back. That's fine. We're just going to harass these buildings up here and just continue to fall back from this. We're still in an advantage state because we're making more money than him. This we don't have to directly fight, and we're about to be able to crush it with a dragon. All that we really care about is continuing to choke out his income and just pulling ahead with high-tech units. Alright, so he left this open to be taken back down. Okay, we want to make absolutely sure the golem is never in range of Elodie, which she can't make it over here. So I can just smack the shit out of the knight here. I think this is worth it. Even though I'll probably take a lot of damage in trade, I'm making so much more money than him that just getting rid of whatever army he has, even if it's at an unfavorable rate, is worth it. Let's just get another swordsman so we can go harass outlying settlements. Does Tenri need to do anything? Not really. We'll just kind of continue suffocating his income here. It's been a pretty long match, although this map seems to kind of lend itself to long games. I'm not too surprised. Okay, so we do need to make sure that we either stay away from Elodie or kill her this turn. I do have... Oh, no, okay. I guess he's done. All right. That was a pretty fun match. I thought it was pretty close-ish in the middle. I think it was just kind of some small mistakes in terms of his income management that really lost it for him, particularly that top left village. Allowing it to go down and really never reestablishing it just let me keep up building incremental advantage and eventually eke it out. I mean, if you can see here, like I only killed 2 more units than him, but this was still kind of like a dominating finish here. And it's really just all to do with income and base management. I think he focused too hard on trying to take this tower, which, like, okay, yeah, you've got 2 towers, but if you don't have the gold to produce out of them, it doesn't matter that much. And like, yeah, I can't build out of it, but I'm making more money and I can make more high-tech units out of the barracks that I have. Generally, like, just a strong foundational ground army is better than sort of cheeky air units. So the fact that I had, you know, like, swordsman plus Tenri plus a golem that was able to take this back, he really wasn't able to hold up to it. So, just a good example of how, like, income management and fundamentals is really important, I think. Anyway, fun match.